What's up, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm trying to fit in streaming more than I've been doing. After Tuesday, it will be a lot easier because I'll know my schedule more. Again, if you don't know me, my name is James Ellers. I wanted to just have a quick talk, just context in terms of universal basic income with kind of what we're dealing with in this past week. So we have the coronavirus and we have the stock market. Now, right now we're seeing what the reality is without universal basic income. So let's take on the coronavirus first. So you have something that is transmitted person to person. You have it where they're not really sure exactly where it's coming from. So ideally, you would think that, hey, it'd be best for everybody just to, take some time off, stay home, not interact with everybody as much, not, stop transferring it person to person, right? But you can't do that because we live in a day and age where, people don't just have an abundance of time off. You can't not go out and do what you need to do, especially in terms of a job, right? So just, again, I just wanted to look at this through the prism of universal basic income. So we'll look at it, the coronavirus and the stock market crash, because I think it's officially a crash right now, which is pretty crazy. So first off, if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe on YouTube. If you haven't yet, please. On Twitter, if you're not following me, please follow me on Twitter at Ellers. And I am running for Congress at least for a few more days until Tuesday. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. So you could support me there. So back to the coronavirus. So right now we're seeing that, the coronavirus has made it to America. First of all, it's a big issue because the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, has actually had their funding cut. So America's response to the coronavirus isn't as good as it should be. That's one problem. The other problem is that people can't afford to stay home and not have to go out and interact with people. Like, there has to be person-to-person interaction, which is a problem. So that's the status quo. That's how it is right now. Now, look at it through the prism of universal basic income. Now, if you had a universal basic income, you'd have more flexibility. You'd have, you'd have more options, right? We wouldn't be in a society where you have to go out and you have to be out there and your hands are tied. If there's a sickness going around, that you don't have to go out there and interact with these things, you'd have more options. So, like, all the positives we talked about universal basic income, this is just something on top of it. Again, I just wanted to make a quick video just to bring it to people's attention that, besides giving people a foundation, giving people, showing that you have value in our modern economy and in our modern in this country, you're a citizen of this country, you have value automatically. Now, you apply it to different situations. Like right now, there's coronavirus, and it wouldn't be as much of a problem if we had universal basic income, period. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, right? The other thing, the stock market. Now, the stock market, they're blaming it on the coronavirus, that the stock market is tanked. I think it was like 12% the last I looked. It might be higher. And they're blaming it on the coronavirus. And there's a couple things that not as many things that are being produced in China are able to come over here and be sold. So first off, we need more industry in our country. Like, if there's that much hinging on products coming from Asia and China, that's the first thing that's wrong. Because if something's disruptive in another country and in another continent, that it's going to have that much of an effect on our economy, that's a huge red flag, period, right? So we need to give more incentives for people to start their own businesses and manufacture things here and that whole thing. From the point of view of universal basic income, if we had a universal basic income and everybody had an extra $1,000 to spend on, whatever they needed to, would the economy and the stock market be able to slow down as much as it is right now? No, hell no, right? Like, there's so many different things, and it comes up, it seems like every few days you think of something else that's like, holy shit, like, if we had a universal basic income, this problem would be a lot less of a problem. So if you look at the coronavirus, people would be able to stay home. People would be able to take time off. People would be able to do these things. When you look at the stock market, there's more revenue constantly going into our local economies, our national economies. That would make it a lot less likely for our economies to crash. So again, quick video. I just wanted to put it out there that like there's so many positives of universal basic income already. And then the longer, the more time goes on, the more we realize that how much it is really needed and how much, it will help everything, not just like it'll help people huge. It'll help our local economy is huge. It'll do very many things. And then there's just so many added benefits the more, we just let time go on and the more we talk about it. So those are my couple little tidbits. We have tomorrow is South Carolina. Biden's leading the polls there. Bernie is closing the gap. So the polling for Biden has never been very accurate, so I don't know what to expect from that because he obviously has the most name recognition. So in terms of polling, I think he just naturally gets polls higher than he should be doing. I think Bernie will do better than expected. I don't know if he'll beat Biden, but he'll do better. And then Super Tuesday on Tuesday. That's the big one. So there's a lot going on. There's also a SoCal Yang Gang Hang tomorrow. There's a couple of them. If you haven't yet, I have them on my Twitter. So just check my Twitter. We have all the links there. So there's a car. I don't think it's a car show. I'll double check it. There are multiple events tomorrow. If you're in the Southern California area, just around, come out, hang out with us. We are a fun group, I promise. Again, on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please subscribe on YouTube at James Ellers. Again, quick video. I appreciate your time. Thank you for checking in. Please, any suggestions or anything, let me know. Always good talking to you. I will post more soon. And I just recorded another episode of the Forward United podcast. So if you haven't listened to that yet, please check, rate us, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Again, that's the Forward United podcast. And yeah, my name is James Ellers. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll be in touch soon.